Hi everyone! In the previous episode about homemade Cybertruck assembly, I straightened out all the wiring, connected the entire air suspension, and assembled all the controls in one place. I will now continue working on the body, removing any rust along the way, and begin creating the interior components. Before making the floors, I need to finish the rocker panels. For this purpose, I took 2mm metal and welded it from below. The bottom itself will be covered with some thinner sheet, about 1mm thick. In terms of width, the sheet fits perfectly, but in the front, the subframe gets in the way. I had to work a bit with an angle grinder. The battery niche has a lot of space. However, I had to play Tetris with the left side of the firewall, as there were continuous cutouts and piecing things together from scraps. I'm not touching the central part for now. There will be an assembly cover under a plastic cover here. I also covered the rear part of the wheel arch with metal, because essentially it is also part of the cabin. And now for the most difficult and time-consuming job – paneling the door openings. My technique is pretty simple. First I cut out a template, fit it in place, check 100 times how the door closes, whether it catches on anything, and only when the cardboard prototype becomes perfect, I replicate it from metal and weld it on. The main thing in this spot is to leave access to the bolts, so that the door can be freely removed or adjusted. Now the exact same thing needs to be repeated on the other side. The openings and floor are ready, and the roof is just left. I'll start with the windshield frame. Now let's move to the interior elements, the shelf and the dashboard. It's worth mentioning that I call it a dashboard conditionally, since there are no traditional facilities on it, just a screen. I decided to make the shelf and the dashboard itself out of laminated plywood. In order for the plywood not to hang in the air, I welded a sturdy metal frame for it. The dashboard itself will be located under this shelf. I also welded a separate frame for it and covered it with plywood. It's time for the rear part of the roof, which will smoothly flow into the car body. I am making the rear window frame in the form of a box section. At first I thought I was just making decorative elements and window frames, but it turned out to be a serious structural load-bearing unit. We can move on to the rear wall of the cabin. Imagine if to make it removable too, how huge the car body will become. I slightly shifted the wall itself deeper into the cabin, so that a quad bike would definitely fit in the back. I covered it with the remnants of the same plywood. It remains to make the inner part of the rocker panels from the cabin side. I made holes in the metal plates. It's not for weight saving, but for the easy laying of communications. Lastly, work on final welding and grinding of all seams. It's very convenient that Cybertruck has such a high clearance, and with the help of the airbags you can tilt the body and crawl anywhere under, even without a pit or a lift platform. I degreased everything and first covered the joints with an acid primer, and then with an acrylic one. It is clear that we cannot leave the joints like that. Next goes the joint compound. I covered a huge number of joints and metal junctions with it. I covered the joints of the firewall and part of the floor with a brushable seam sealant. Next, I welded the missing strip of metal to the fender flares around the perimeter. I used a sandblaster in hard-to-reach places and treated them with a rust solvent. The rear bumper had it the worst, but I completely cleaned its surface of corrosion too. While I was messing around with the body kit, I remembered that the doors are also just panels over a roll bar. I need to finish them. I welded the upper elements to them and the plate on side of the door latches. I applied evaporated sealer to the inner part of the arches and the rocker panel seams. I mixed a 2-part protective coating and started spraying all the openings and parts of the doors. It went well. With the help of this coating, I covered all the sealant and got a surface very similar to solid plastic. For now, I will just cover the fender flares, rocker panels and bumpers with primer. It's too early to paint them with a top coat because there'll still be more work on the body. Also, in order not to leave bare metal without protection, I painted all the exposed areas with a direct metal primer finish containing a corrosion inhibitor. Likewise, all the hidden cavities will be treated with wax after the final painting is complete. With every step, the body becomes more solid and finished. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. See you in the next part.